There's a place where winter arrives like an uninvited house guest, and then it stays long enough to put away the dishes. A place where the people endure the wrath of nature with nothing but a good pair of boots and a shrug. A place where decency is not dead, where a handshake still means something, where the national identity is stitched together not with arrogance or conquest, but with quiet, unflinching resolve. And that place, dear friend, is Canada. If there is a refuge left in this world from the cruel absurdity of modern civilization, it is there, tucked beneath the northern lights and wrapped in the hum of a snowplow at dawn. And while other nations, with their bellowing and bravado, stagger through history in search of greatness, Canada has been quietly excellent all along, without the need for parades or messianic declarations of destiny. And it is a place built not on war but on negotiation, not on blind ideology, but on the simple understanding that if you're going to survive in a land where winter tries to kill you every year, you're going to have to get along with your neighbors. And so in 1867, in the most Canadian way possible, she was officially born. Not in a scream of musket fire, no divine proclamations, no threats of annihilation, just a handshake and a quiet understanding that they had something worth holding on to. And Canada has this strange and radical idea that a country should take care of its citizens. Universal health care is not a debate, it's a given. The idea that someone should go bankrupt because they had the audacity to get sick is as unthinkable as charging people for oxygen. And this is a country where workers still have rights, where the government does not actively wage war against unions, where the minimum wage is not a cruel joke. It is a place that still understands the dignity of labor, that does not see the working class as an inconvenience, but as the foundation upon which everything is built. And Canada does not boast, it does not beat its chest, it does not need to. Because strength is not in the volume of one's voice, but in the steadiness of one's character. Canada has weathered every storm, endured every hardship, and not with bravado, but with grit. It is a nation that has sent soldiers to fight tyranny, and not for empire or glory, but because it was the right thing to do. It is a place where democracy is not just a performance, but a practice. While America drowns in voter suppressions and political theater, Canada quietly goes to the polls with the simple belief that voting should not be a battle, but a right. It is a country where people still say sorry when they bump into you, where a stranger will help you push your car out of the snow before even asking your name. There is a humility there, a kindness that is not performative but instinctive. It is a nation that understands that real strength is not in tearing others down but in lifting them up. And if there is a last bastion of decency, a final whisper of what a nation can be when it is not consumed by greed and fear, it is Canada. It is the soft glow of a hockey rink in the winter twilight. It is the laughter of friends over crown rule. It is the unwavering belief that people deserve dignity, that community matters, that kindness is not a weakness, but the most powerful force of all. And oh, Canada, you beautiful, stubborn, snow-covered sanctuary of sanity, may you never lose your way. May you never trade your quiet strength for the loud insanity of empire. And may you always be there, just beyond the border, a reminder that a nation can be great without having to tell the world about it. Defiance till death.
I saw evidence this morning that my own government tried to hide from me because someone in Canada recorded that 60 Minutes episode on their phone and put it on social media. And I wanted to take this moment to say thank you to you in Canada who did that for us, and to our allies all around the world who have not given up on us. We understand that our country, the leaders that are in charge right now, have been terrible friends and allies. We understand that they have destroyed so much of what we have built over decades with our allies. But I also want you to know there are very, very many of us who remember what it means to be a friend and an ally. And you guys are showing us that in the ways you are helping us to resist. There will come a time when we will be back There will come a time when we will get control of our government and we will remember our friends and allies. And for those of you who haven't forgot us now, even in this moment when America has become not only not a friend and ally, but an active threat to so much of the world, and you are still standing by us, thank you. It is incredibly difficult for those of us who believed and still believe in what America stood for. For those of us who said those words and meant them when we said, send us your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free. That's who we are as Americans. And although we are not living up to who we are right now, that idea is not dead. And there will come a time when we will stand shoulder to shoulder with you guys again. And for those of you who know, there are very many of us who are opposing this regime and doing everything big and small that we can to reclaim our country. Thank you for not turning your back on us. We know you have to protect yourselves from our government just as we are. But just know, the vast majority of Americans, we remember our friends and allies, and we cannot wait to celebrate the day that we stand shoulder to shoulder with you again. With all the love in our hearts.
Canada has one superpower that is often overlooked, and that power is global reputation. Canada is consistently ranked as the #1 most reputable country out of 195 countries on Earth. You may think this ranking doesn't do anything other than making us feel good, but that's not true. Being the most reputable means every country's welcome business opportunities from Canada. People still trust Canada to be a fair, reliable, and predictable business partner, so governments and businesses are willing to make long-term deals and deepen relationship with us. And in the age of protectionism and instability, that means a lot. And frankly speaking, Canada does have what everyone wants. We are the 4th biggest exporter of oil, #1 exporter of canola, major exporter of seafood and meats, major exporter of critical minerals, and #1 exporter of softwood timber. These are all valuable products everyone needs. So personally, I do think the future of Canada is limitless. We just need to play our cards right and use the reputation we've built to our advantage, capturing all the global business opportunities that are out there waiting for us.
Every time I meet new people in here and I say I'm from Japan, and literally everyone taught me like, "Oh, you're from Japan. I love your culture because you guys are so polite." Thank you. I proud of my culture, but Canadians, you are so polite. Like, I love the culture when you guys said when people get off the buses and you always say thank you to drivers. That's beautiful culture. And what I surprised is when the buses are so crowded and when people touch to other one, like not in purpose, they always say, sorry. Oh, no, it's fine. Sorry, I'm sorry. In Japan, never happened. Like, as you know, Japan has a big transportation, like trains, subways, and everyone use it. And people pushing each other. We don't say nothing. We just try to push each other without say anything. So I'm so comfortable when I get in the buses in here. It's much better than Japan, to be honest.
I think when they migrate to country like this, they have to respect their culture and like instead of the culture from India, they have to indulge with Canadian people and make them feel more comfort. This is like we have come for like it's like a second home country for us, Canada. We have to treat like that. I feel so. It is not like anymore like we are living in a foreign culture. I feel like we're in North India or somewhere like that.
What do you do for a living here?
I'm a software engineer.
How much does a software engineer makes in Canada?
Things from 75k to 100k. Yeah.
And what is the growth perspective? Like how much they can make?
I think after 5 years of experience, maybe more than 120k.
Canadians, I need to show you something. This just quickly before I do, I saw a video yesterday of a Canadian asking like Americans, like, are you upset by this? Like, do you see us? Like, do you care? Because we have no idea. Let me just show you something. This is in the US, and I saw this flag hung outside somebody's house when I was on my way home from picking up the kids. Not like I see a ton of different countries' flags hung in the United States, but I will be 40 in 3 months, and I've never in my life ever seen a Canadian flag hung outside someone's house. So I figured I would share because, yeah, we see you. We do.
So thank God for Canada, because right now, as the world is shaping up, we need a lot of Canada in the world. And if Mark Carney remains the Prime Minister, which he ought to, considering all that you've just said, we'll have a real defender there. He's becoming a real global champion. This guy's a real hero. People are talking about him around the world in glowing terms.
Yeah, BBC said the other day, and I thought it was great, that they're like, hey, listen, the entire free world needs to go full Carney.
As the anthem reminds us, the true north is indeed strong and free. May you honour the profound trust bestowed upon you by Canadians, and may God bless and guide you in all your duties.
This is how we work in Canada. This guy, Portuguese. This guy, Italian. This guy is a Greek. And I'm from Iraq. But we all work like a brother. That's why I love Canada.
So welcome back again to my channel, and thank you very much for tuning in once again. And if you're new here, please consider subscribing to my channel, like my video, and share this video. Also, don't forget to hit the notification bell so whenever I post, you get notified in time. So folks, what if I told you Canada has something many powerful countries spend billions just trying to build, but money can't buy it? It's not oil, it's not land, it's not even the Canadian economy. It's something much valuable: the trust. And once you start looking at Canada's reputation around the world, something becomes very clear. I mean, Canada has built a kind of influence that doesn't need to scream. And that's very powerful. That's what makes it very, very powerful. Think about it for a second. When Canada comes up in a conversation, what usually comes to your mind? The friendliness, obvious. The breathtaking landscapes. The multicultural cities. The sense of opportunity. I mean, the image of the people from completely different backgrounds, somehow building a life under the same flag. But here's the question for today, folks. How did Canada build that image in the first place? Because here's where things get very interesting. A country can spend millions advertising itself. It can produce beautiful tourism campaigns. It can put its best cities on billboards around the world. But the moment people arrive, the advertising stops. The experience begins. And that's where Canada reputation gets tested. A student arrives, for example, a tourist arrives, a worker arrives, a family arrives, someone arrives from halfway around the world with nothing but a suitcase and a plan. And suddenly, Canada isn't a picture on a screen anymore. It's a real life. It's the people, the streets, the culture, the weather, the opportunities, even the challenges. Everything. But, yeah, everything. And when people leave, they take something with them. They take a story. That's incredibly very, very important. Because countries aren't remembered only by their monuments. They are remembered by how people felt while they were there. And Canada seems to understand something many countries struggle with. You don't build a global reputation by telling people what to think about you. You build it by giving them something to talk about. Now look at Canada's diversity. This is where the story gets even more fascinating. Walk through a major Canadian city and you can hear accents from different parts of the world. You can eat food from continents you have never visited. You can meet families whose roots stretch across the oceans, and yet they are all contributing to one national story. That's remarkable, very remarkable. Because, let me be honest here, Canada didn't become interesting by making everyone identical. It became interesting by allowing different cultures to exist within the same national identity. And that one alone creates something very powerful. The belonging. Imagine arriving in a country thousands of kilometers from where you were born and eventually hearing yourself say, this place feels like home, or even this is home. That sentence alone says more about a country than any advertisement ever could. But wait, there's another reason Canada's reputation is so fascinating. Its geography is almost unfair. Seriously, mountains, forests, lakes, coastlines, and cities surrounded by all of it. I mean, Canada looks like someone took several different countries, and put them together. And the crazy part is it's all in one country. But don't let the beautiful sceneries distract you from the biggest picture. I mean, because Canada, Canada's natural beauty attracts people. That's very true. But its human story keeps them talking. And that's where Canada's real strength appears. People don't just visit Canada. Many people begin imagining a future there. That's a very complete different level of attraction. Some tourists say, I've heard one say, I want to see this place. Opportunity says, I want to build something here. And belonging says, I want to stay. Canada has managed to inspire all the three. Tourism, opportunity, and the belonging. Now, before someone says Canada is perfect, it is not. You're absolutely right. It is not. Housing is very expensive. Let's be just honest here. The cost of living is a serious conversation. Healthcare faces challenges too. Immigration has created difficult debates. I mean, Canadians themselves have plenty of criticism, and that's important to acknowledge. Because pretending Canada has no problems would actually weaken the argument. The point here isn't that Canada is perfect. Just remember it. The point is that despite its problems, people still want to experience it. Think about that for a second. A country have problems and still is being admired. It can be criticized and still be respected. I mean, it can be imperfect and still inspire millions of people. That's much stronger kind of reputation. And then we reach something people often overlook, the soft power. You don't always need to intimidate people to influence them. Sometimes you influence people by making them curious. You make them want to visit. You make them want to study there. Make them want to work. Make them want to experience your culture. You make them want to know what life is like there. And Canada has become incredibly good. So, folks, what do you think about Canada? Let me know what you think about the very country called Canada in the comment section. So, folks, until next time, we'll meet again in the next episode. And I won't forget to thank you very much for your subscriptions, for your watchings, and thank you for supporting me. Until next time, folks, may God grant you peace. Thank you very much.